So, Nando v Movies has started another one blank scene YouTube campaign, and as per usual, I'm obligated to drop everything and start work on my entry. That sucks for the plate I was carrying, but since my entry to the one villainous scene is my most viewed video by far, that means Daddy has yet another chance to get a hit of that sweet, sweet dopamine. Yes, it was my most viewed video. There's no need to check. The Aquaman response doesn't exist. What are you talking about? This time, it's called One Musical Scene, and as outlined by Nando in the premiere video, it basically means anytime music was used in a movie or like a TV show to accentuate the scene it was in. And since it worked so well the last time, I thought I'd use another example from Wallace and Gromit, The Wrong Trousers. I imagine that the 5 people who consistently watch my videos are quite sick of hearing me talk about this film, because I recently made a video where I compared it to Matrix Revolutions, where I compared it to The Wrong Trousers. And if you're thinking, how are those movies even comparable? Then why don't you go watch my video on it? I worked really hard in it. And maybe comment something more well thought out than bad take or whatever the hell this is. Let's talk about Wallace and Gromit as a whole first. This franchise started out as a fairly innocent short film about a cheese-loving inventor and his dog visiting the moon, but basically everything since A Grand Day Out has been some kind of horror parody. A Curse of the Were-Rabbit parodies monster movies, A Matter of Loaf and Death does murder mysteries, and A Close Shave parodies something. It's definitely not a horror parody, but I can't for the life of me figure out what type of subgenre it's going after. And it all started with The Wrong Trousers. Considering how incredibly not horror-like A Grand Day Out was, this might have been considered jarring for the audience. But thankfully, Nick Park and the rest of Aardman had thought of that, and they're going to make sure it was clear right from the off that this was going to be a departure from A Grand Day Out's more lighthearted tone. And how did they do that? With music, of course! The film starts out with the iconic theme song of Wallace and Gromit. It gets you into a nice upbeat mood, and then you see the logo and you're like, hell yeah, Wallace and Gromit, I know those guys. But then the music starts getting slow and ominous as the screen moves into the shadow of the trousers. And then all of a sudden, you're hit with a swelling orchestra as the logo bursts onto the screen, scaring the crap out of you. This is an incredible way to start the movie, as well as to signify a turning point for the Wallace and Gromit franchise. While this is largely due to the great use of framing and text, it would still not be nearly as effective without the music. And I feel like I should probably shout out the composer of this movie, which according to Letterboxd is Julian Knott, who has also done the other Wallace and Gromit films, as well as other things that you may or may not be aware of. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have, why not leave a like and subscribe, disable your ad blocker, and leave your credit card details in the comments below. Peace out.